Hey, what's up, folks? James from Junkyard Fox. Thank you so much for joining me. And today we're going to be having some special guests join the channel. So, if you recall earlier this year, I had planned this epic Utah adventure. I wanted to travel to Utah to camp with some friends and film some really awesome stuff. Sadly, I had to pull the plug on that trip because my truck is just not in the best of health to make such a drastic adventure drive from Texas to Utah and then Utah back. So sadly, I had to cancel. However, my buddies Tyler, White, and Shane, they still met up, they still camped, and they were kind enough to film their EDC pocket dumps for us so we can show them here. So today we're going to check out what they're carrying for that particular adventure. These are some really awesome guys, very big into the primitive skills and, primitive fire and all that stuff. So Tyler White, you've seen him in TJX Survival. I'll have the links to his channels down below. And Shane, I don't recall what his channel name, he recently changed it to Prairie Wilderness Skills. If I'm correct, I'll annotate it in case I'm mistaken, and I'll have the link to his channel down below as well. So really awesome guys. Let's check out their EDC updates, what they're carrying in that Utah adventure, and then once again give them a sub down below in the description box. So without further ado, let's check out what they're carrying.
Hey, this is Tyler White from Survival Dispatch and TJX Survival. I'm on the Junkyard Fox channel today. Shane, behind the camera. Hey, that guy. He wanted me to do an EDC video, and I'm unprepared, and that's a good thing. So what I mean by that is I didn't prep any kit. This is legit what we decided to go into the backcountry with, and we're out here. We're out here doing a little bit of gathering, trying to find a few things for hand drills and stuff. I like the fact that I don't have any kit because this is what I go out with, and there's reasoning behind me not having any kit. So first, let's talk about the kit that I've got and why I don't have the rest of the kit. So, knife. I have a Sasha Puko here that I have used for years. It's got some really solid use on it. Full tang, continuous curve so that it cuts better. You can beat the crap out of it with stuff. I got this from Jeremy, who's an instructor at the Boulder Outdoor Survival School. I have 2 of his knives. I can get most knives for free, and I paid for these. That should say all you need to know about this knife. I love this knife. Okay, so got the knife. I've got a long sleeve cotton shirt. I think it's cotton and silk. It's some like fancy schmancy shirt that I bought really cheap on eBay so that I can have a breathable material. And the reason I like cotton is when you make a bow drill, you're going to get covered in sparkles of flame. You can just brush it off. If you've got a synthetic shirt, now you've got molten holes of lava that are sticking to your body. So also cotton, when you do sweat, get a little stinky, doesn't smell as bad, and it's easier to wash, so it's just a little more field friendly, if you will. Okay, pockets. I have a SAT device. Okay, this is a texting device that will work just about anywhere in the world. This is my lifeline, right? If this doesn't work, then I gotta hike my butt till I've got a place where there's coverage. I've got 3 amazing rocks and 1 little bead that we found in a place the other day because my son wants me to hold some rocks. So there's my rocks. They serve no purpose other than making my kid happy. My other pocket, I've got keys to my vehicle and a lighter. Do I need a lighter? No. Do I want a lighter? Yes. And not just any lighter. I want a clear lighter so that I can see how much material or stuff is left in it. I want one that I can remove the top to and adjust the flame output so that if we end up at 10,000 feet elevation, I can increase the fuel level, because when you get at higher altitude, lighters don't work as well, okay? So that's the type of lighters that I like. I didn't prep this lighter. I bought it at a gas station yesterday. I would also like to put rubber bands or a zip tie underneath the pad thing. That way they don't accidentally get pressed in your pocket. And I have multiples of these. I bought four of them yesterday when I bought them. Almost every backpack, every vest I have has lighters in them. Yes, it's nice to make friction fire, but here with the lighter, right? Got my watch. It's pretty much useless after day 1 because it's an Apple Watch, but it's nice. It's kind of funny. I'll be hiking up in the mountains. Right here we have no coverage. That's why I have the SAT device. It's Garmin InReach. Great company. Check them out. But if you go to the top of the mountain, my watch starts beeping at me and it lets me know, hey, I just got a bunch of messages. I can check real quick and then get out. And then, of course, I have a cell phone. Now, a lot of people don't want to talk about a cell phone, especially we primitive nerds. But let's be honest, when it comes to a cell phone, I've got Onyx program in there, right? Mapping software that I can put waypoints and pictures and stuff on my computer and have it automatically populate on my phone. That Garmin also has similar information. I've got mapping data, figure out where we're at. We're in this canyon, right? Kind of turns. I have uploaded imagery to this specific data set. That's the edge of the imagery. And it kind of records text messages and stuff. And it will go from my tread device to my inReach to whatever. There is a compass on my device here. You can see where north is, right? So there's a bunch of survival positive things with your phone. That's the positive, or as I like to say, the carrot is a bunch of data. The stick is electricity. I don't have a lot of electricity in this thing. A lot of times when we're going out, or if I stayed out here for more than a few hours, I just turn the power off. It's in a waterproof case, stick it in my pocket. If you don't turn the power off, especially when the cell phone's trying to find cell phone towers, you're going to end up wasting a lot of energy in your battery trying to find a cell phone tower. If you do think you're in some kind of a survival type situation, turn your phone off, right? Don't turn it on until you get to the top of a peak, check for messages, try to send messages, and then turn it back off. Only turn it on when you need it. Shane, in his other video, has an Anchor power battery. I've got another one in my car right down the road, but again, this is what I brought. Now, that's the kit that I've got. Now, why don't I have water? Why do I only have a minimal amount of fire? Why is the shelter that I'm wearing only minimal? Let's talk about that really quick. Okay, shelter's important. The best answer is preparation. But if you are like most people and you're in the backcountry, like we are now, just on a hike with what you're wearing, you need to know how to make shelter. The number one killer of people is exposure. And what that means is they freeze to death or they overheat because they're exposed to the elements. So when it comes to spending the night in a place, a bed is more important than a shelter in this area. Shelters are great because they stop rain, but what stops you from freezing to death because you're laying against the cold, hard ground? Well, insulation. And what you can do is take big, huge piles of this leaf material, just scrape it all together, right? Until you get enough of a space that when you lay down on it, it doesn't feel cold. And what I mean by that is about that much. Worst case scenario, you need the length of your knees to the top of your head and just as wide as your body next to a fire. Best case scenario, make it really wide. Put sticks around the outside of it so that it doesn't spill. Make yourself a human nest. That is how you're going to deal with the conductive heat loss from the ground that you will get if you lay down on the ground. The next level is you can throw leaves on top of yourself as well, or you can create a fire, a long fire that's next to you. When it comes to EDC and fire, the biggest fail I see people having is tinder. They're great at, they do the Boy Scout, right? Here's the Boy Scout. They're gonna grab, I don't know, they'll grab a stick. This is actually a pretty decent stick, but they'll grab a stick and they'll whip their lighter out and they'll just sit here and they'll sit here and they'll sit here. And it's not even turning brown yet because there's not a lot of surface area and it's hard to start. So when it comes to fire starting, the more important thing for you to do is to learn how to get the fire lit. Now, turds they don't light up super quick, but once they do light up, they have a coal that will stay there for big durations of time with just a little bit of air, okay? So once I get this guy going, I can smell it. Now that coal is just gonna sit there and smolder and smolder and smolder. And I can keep this fire, here, right there, I can keep this fire going for a big duration of time. Or learning tinder like this, goes up quick, and then this can be used to light this bigger stuff. So the bed is covered with duff material, dry leaf litter, or I really like juniper and pine needles that are dry for whatever reason. Only a few inches will completely insulate you from the ground. Problem is if you move, you dig a hole with your elbow and now that's a cold spot. But that's how you get your shelter. Fire is your other shelter, and you need about 3 trees worth of material at night. Nothing's worse than going on a hunt at 2 o'clock in the morning for fuel because you ran out of fire.
All right, this is Shane with the Junkyard Fox channel. I'm out here with Tyler White, and we are going around looking for some materials for fire sets, and we decided to do an EDC video. So this is just unprompted and what I've actually got on me right now. So we'll start with what's in my pockets. In my hand, I've got a 40-ounce stainless steel water bottle. Around my neck, I have a new Sasha Puko knife. Got a pair of sunglasses. Nothing too fancy, I think they're polarized. I got my wallet and a patch from Boulder Outdoor Survival School. I just was checking them out the other day. Got the knife there as well. Other pocket, I've got my phone. Wooden spoon.
That's super important, that spoon.
Gotta have a spoon. A Swiss Army knife. The hiker model, I think. And then a lighter and a whistle. In the desert, it's important to have good sun coverage, so I've got a wide brim hat, I've got a lightweight sun shirt, and I've got a schmog around my waist as an extra layer of sun protection. Go ahead and lay that out and go through my bag. So first I have my friction fire quiver. In here I got a hand drill set, an extra hand drill spindle, a juniper digging stick, and my small antler socket that I use when I make a fire with a bow drill. Inside my bag, and it's a little bit jumbled in here, I have my Baco saw, bright orange so it's easy to see. We've got my compass. Got a small headlamp, also brightly colored. Right now the mosquitoes are out in force, so I've got some bug spray. Tyler wants that. Got a little bottle of soap. Hygiene is very important, especially when you got to take a dump, so you got to keep yourself clean. Got long hair, so I got a comb that I made.
Sasquatch approved.
Since we're planning on doing some recording throughout the day, I've got a power bank for my phone, keep it charged up. Anchor, I think, nope, OtterBox. Got another whistle inside my bag.
Jackson likes the whistles.
I keep an ace wrap and there it is. An ace wrap and a little bit of self-adhering tape, just for any ankle injuries or wrist injuries, since they seem to be some of the most common. Got just a little bag for trash that I find or make along the way. I carry a tuna packet as a snack.
Nice.
Tuna's, really good. Got a lot of protein for its size. Got a juniper bow drill spindle.
Yeah.
Bag balm for dry and cracked skin and lips. Also makes a good lubricant for a socket for a bow drill and for sealing wooden spoons. 2 Gatorade packs for electrolytes. Spare batteries for the headlamp, which it's about time to put those in. And a Sharpie. And that's all I've got. Typically go pretty light. My bag, I made it myself, and it doesn't have any pockets inside, so right now it's a bit of a mess, but correct that eventually.
Okay, we hope you guys like this stuff. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.